If the banks pass it on, it'll save around $1,000 a year on the average mortgage, but it's a big if. Today's interest rate cut of 50 basis points is the most generous since the global financial crisis. And while borrowers are hoping they'll get the full benefit of it, the government's hoping it'll bring a little political relief as well. Here's Chief Political Correspondent Mark Simpkin.
It's the kindest cut.
50! Yeah! They've gone 50!
For homeowners and a government desperate for good news.
Thank you, thank you.
Labor reckons its hold on this house requires a budget surplus and lower interest rates.
Everyone out there has been hanging out for this rate cut. It is here, it is welcome.
The reduction was expected, the quantum wasn't. The first cut of the year is twice as big as predicted, taking the official cash rate to its lowest level in more than 2 years. If the banks pass it on in full, someone with a $300,000 loan will save more than $90 a month, almost $1,200 a year. The Treasurer wants the credit.
Obviously, it would not have happened if we didn't have the right economic strategy.
Nothing here gives credit to the government. In fact, it's the absolute opposite. The Reserve Bank is moving because the government has lost control of the Australian economy.
The RBA certainly didn't suggest the economy's out of control, but nor did it mention the government's fiscal policy. Instead, the governor hinted he opted for a supersized cut because he doesn't expect the banks will pass it on in full. A reduction of 50 basis points is judged necessary in order to deliver the appropriate level of borrowing rates, Glenn Stevens wrote.
I don't think that's panic. That's just acknowledging the reality of what's going on with the banking system.
The government's relief reflects the reality of what's going on in the political system. Rates aren't the only thing falling. Labor's primary votes dropped to 27%, while the coalition's risen to its highest level in more than a decade. After preferences, it's looking like an electoral landslide.
Obviously, the government is in dire straits, and today's polling is breathtaking. It is so bad.
Labor's morale is almost as low as its poll numbers. A week from the budget, it wants to change the conversation from leadership speculation, speaker scandal and alleged union rorts to economic management, starting with a May Day rate cut. Mark Simpkin, ABC News, Canberra.